India, Pakistan and the Asia Cup. At this point, it's less of a cricket tournament and more of a geopolitical pressure cooker situation that's disguising itself as a sporting contest. Episode 1, the Senior Asia Cup, still hasn't ended because India still hasn't received their trophy, with Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi still holding on to the silverware. And cricket fans didn't get even a moment to breathe because the sequel arrived, Episode 2, the Asia Cup Rising Stars, clash between junior cricketers, but there was nothing minor about the face-off. A heated, fiery, controversial clash which has forced us to ask, is this the new normal when it comes to India versus Pakistan in sports? Tension, toxicity and theatrics instead of talent. Well, almost 2 months now. That's how long it's been since India lifted the Seniors Asia Cup title. They beat Pakistan fair and square in the final. They refused to take the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi, the Interior Minister for Pakistan. And what did the PCB chief do? He didn't resolve the matter. He walked away with the trophy. That drama has not found a resolution yet. The dust hasn't settled, but the juniors have picked up the fight now. Pakistan A beat India A by 8 wickets, but nobody is talking about the result. They're talking about the behavior, the conduct, the pattern that's emerging, because what happened in the group stage game isn't an isolated incident. This is a part of a culture that's developing, a bit of a habit, a trend that's clearly being passed on from the seniors to the juniors. The first flashpoint in this match, no handshakes. The juniors followed the same script. Second flashpoint, Ubaid Shah versus Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Ubaid Shah chirping non-stop, staring down at the teenager, trying to provoke him, trying to get under his skin. Vaibhav, of course, to his credit, doesn't react. Third incident, Naman Dheer's dismissal. Pakistan spinner celebrates by hurling a full-blown verbal send-off, pointing fingers towards the Indian dressing room, taunting a batter who's walking off rather calmly. Naman stays silent and he just stared back. No words were exchanged. Once again, the Indian youngsters showed a lot of restraint and a sense of maturity here. And once again, you can see the widening gap in class, not in cricket, but in conduct. And honestly, what more can you really expect? The Senior Asia Cup, Shaheen Afridi, Haris Rauf, the same theatrics, the same tactics. Even Abhishek Sharma had to call it out. But Haris Rauf didn't stop there. He was more belligerent, went ahead and did the plane crash celebration. A gesture that he got pulled up for a little later, but this is the image Pakistan's senior team is teaching their juniors with. This is what is trickling down, and the juniors are simply aping it all that they've seen so far. If that's the way the seniors show, if that's what the seniors show, that's what the juniors will take forward. And it does not stop with cricket. Earlier this year, Asia Oceania Junior Davis Cup is the stage. A Pakistani junior tennis player aggressively shook hands with his Indian opponent after the match, right after losing that match. So clearly there's a pattern. When young athletes grow up learning that sledging, mocking, abusing and politicized gestures are normal, the future of the rivalry then stops being about the sport itself. It becomes a battlefield instead. This is what India versus Pakistan fixtures have now come down to. Not sporting contests, not camaraderie, not rivalry that's built on true sportsmanship or respect, but bitterness passed on like its inheritance. A reason why Rauf's gesture at the Asia Cup did more damage than you'd think. These youngsters should be learning cover drives, swing bowling, footwork, discipline, not hostility, stare-downs and political point scoring. A rivalry is beautiful only when it elevates the sport. Unless the senior players reset that culture, future face-offs are headed only in one direction. More controversy, more conflict and less cricket.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka target.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.